TikTok user Kahaya Carissa shared a short video after noticing something disturbing in the background. She had just walked out of the women's restroom, and, as far as she could remember, there was no one behind her. At first, everything looks completely normal. Kahaya is inside what appears to be a cinema hallway, smiling at the camera as she walks along. But when she watched the footage again, she noticed something that left her confused and more than a little frightened. This is what she recorded. For most of the video, nothing seems unusual. Kahaya continues walking while recording herself. But then, for just a brief moment, the camera turns far enough to reveal the hallway behind her. And that's when you need to look closely. At the very end of the corridor, a figure appears to be standing in the distance. The figure is visible for only a few seconds, and it almost looks as though the person is facing directly toward Kahaya. Of course, there's a perfectly normal explanation. It could simply be another person walking through the building. But Kahaya insists she doesn't remember seeing anyone behind her after leaving the restroom. And that's what makes this footage so unsettling. Maybe it was just an ordinary visitor whom she failed to notice. But if Kahaya really was alone, then who or what was standing at the far end of that hallway? Was it simply another person inside the building? Or did her camera capture something she was never supposed to see? TikTok user Martina Mina shared another video claiming that whatever had been haunting her family's old house may have somehow followed them into their new home. At first, the footage appears completely harmless. A child is sitting in the living room. The house is quiet. Nothing seems out of place. But then suddenly, something terrible happened. But according to Martina, the family believes the strange activity they experienced in their previous home may have followed them. And just a few days later, another video made their situation even more disturbing. This time, the camera is pointed toward the kitchen. A child is sitting nearby, while the area around the cabinets appears completely empty. Then something happens. Watch carefully. One of the upper cabinet doors slowly begins to open on its own. There's no one standing in front of it. No hand reaches toward the door, and no one appears to be anywhere near the cabinet. The child remains seated while the rest of the kitchen appears completely empty. Of course, there could be a simple explanation. Perhaps the cabinet wasn't properly closed. Maybe the hinge was loose, or the door was affected by a slight change in pressure. But after the family claimed that something from their previous home had followed them, seeing a cabinet door open by itself suddenly feels much more disturbing. Maybe it was nothing more than a loose door. Maybe it was just an ordinary household accident. But if Martina's family truly believes that something followed them from their old home, Then this quiet moment in the kitchen becomes much harder to ignore. So, was it simply a cabinet door opening on its own? Or could this have been another sign of something unseen moving through the house? And then there's another person who claims that something strange has been repeatedly visiting his home. At first, the footage looks like ordinary security camera footage from inside a small office. But once the room is completely empty, something unusual happens. The door had been left wide open. Then, without anyone entering the room, it slowly begins to swing shut. No one can be seen pulling it. Nobody walks through the doorway. The door simply closes on its own, almost as if someone invisible had walked through and pulled it shut behind them. But things become even stranger a few nights later. Around midnight, the man decides to stay awake and start recording again. He was hoping to capture the same childlike scream he claimed to have heard on a previous night. This time, he tells viewers to put on their headphones. The house is completely dark and silent. Then, somewhere in the darkness, something can be heard moving.
¿Quieres que te escuche? Uy, se escucharon pasos en el techo. No mames, acabo de escuchar pasos en el techo. Uy, ¿eres tú? ¿Eres tú? ¿Estás aquí?
Listen carefully. According to the uploader, the sounds resemble the footsteps of a child running through the house. But when he searches the rooms and hallways, he can't find anyone. No child is seen.
¿Eres tú?
The house appears to be completely empty, and that's what makes the mysterious footsteps even more disturbing. Then, shortly afterward, another camera captures something unusual. This time, it's a garage door. The camera detects movement and begins recording. But once again, no one appears to be there. The garage door slowly starts opening, even though nobody can be seen standing anywhere nearby. There's no visible hand. No one walks through the entrance. The door simply moves, almost as if something unseen is pushing it open. Of course, there could still be a logical explanation. Doors can move because of air pressure, a loose latch, or a sudden draft. But after the office door mysteriously closed and strange childlike sound were heard inside the house, this latest incident becomes much harder to dismiss. Maybe the doors were simply affected by drafts. Maybe the strange sounds came from somewhere else. But when an unknown presence seems to keep returning, childlike footsteps are heard in the middle of the night, and a garage door opens with no one around. It begins to feel as though something unseen could be moving through the home. Is the uploader simply noticing ordinary noises and malfunctioning doors because of a lack of sleep? Or could this really be evidence of something strange that keeps coming back? You decide. Reddit user Late at Night recorded and shared online a video inside the hospital. According to this post, it was also mentioned that it was the part of a pediatric unit of hospital. It was a normal video until something unsettling happened in the video. Watch what was recorded in this video. At first, the only obvious movement is a nurse walking past a window. But the uploader asks viewers to pay close attention to the reflection in the glass, because something much smaller appears to be moving behind her. Watch closely. For just a split second, a small, childlike figure seems to appear in the reflection, moving in the opposite direction from the nurse. It's faint, and it's incredibly easy to miss. But once you notice it, the shape almost looks like a small figure running behind her. Maybe it was simply another reflection from somewhere inside the hallway. Perhaps the glass distorted the nurse's movement. But if there really was no one else nearby, then what exactly was that small figure moving behind her? Was it nothing more than a trick of the glass? Or did the camera somehow capture something connected to the hospital's old pediatric unit? What do you think? And finally, we have the story of a 44-year-old mother of 3 who mainly uses TikTok to keep up with her older children. One day, while looking across the street from her home, she noticed something unusual. A mysterious figure appeared to be pacing back and forth. She recorded the strange behavior and sent the video to one of her friends. But the following day, the figure was back, and this time, it continued pacing for hours. Bet believed the person might have a mental illness, which could possibly explain the unusual behavior. So she recorded another video and posted it on TikTok, asking viewers what they thought was really happening.
Talia, get over here. Can't even zoom in any closer. You see it? It just walks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
The video quickly attracted attention. In the comments, Betsenengel69 received numerous questions about the history of the location. Some viewers even began wondering if there could be something paranormal behind the strange figure. Bet later uploaded another follow-up video.
Okay, so everybody that's been kind of curious, this is the church that's directly across the street from my house that I was explaining. This is the area where we see that figure. It just walks back and forth every day, all day. Now, I've been over there a couple of times. As I walk up on it, there's just nothing there.
And now, there's another disturbing detail. Her dog appears to be frightened by the figure as well.
It's okay, buddy.
When Beth sees the mysterious person again, she decides that it's time to investigate. But she's too afraid to go alone. So she brings her husband with her, and together, they head out to take a closer look.
My husband has agreed to walk me over and see what we can find.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Here's the spot.
I don't see anything.
No, I don't either. I mean, it's pretty full. Hello? Is anybody there? I'm so nervous. What was that?
I don't know.
Do you need help? This is the moment we turned and ran. I know it might not seem that scary on camera, but when we were up that close, it was so loud, and it was just this almost guttural scream. This is the moment we heard it and ran. You can kind of see us back there. And we took off. My poor husband was like, "F this." He kept looking back. I think at one point he was like, "TikTok, I'm out of here. This is done."
But what exactly did Betzeningel 69 capture? Could this be a ghost trapped in some kind of recurring loop, endlessly repeating the same movements? Could it simply be a troubled person behaving strangely, with nothing paranormal happening at all? Or is the entire story nothing more than an elaborate hoax? Whatever the explanation may be, the footage certainly leaves plenty of questions. So what do you think? And if you want to follow Bet's continuing story, you can check out Betzeningel 69's TikTok page. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and share, and wait for tomorrow with a new scary video.